Hey, this is Mr. Simmons with Fundamentals of Dimensioning and IED for 1.2.4. We've already gone through a lot of this information for 1.2.4, and our goal is to create this structure on Fusion 360 and Onshape and fully dimension it. So let's go ahead and pull up our dimensions here. And so we're going to create this structure using a subtractive method. Here's what it looks like in Fusion 360. If I can get to it. Right here. So that worksheet gives us all our dimensions, and we're going to try to create this using those dimensions, then dimension it up. All right. So let's get rid of my data panel to give some more real estate. We're going to go ahead and open up a new tab. We're going to save this as a 1.2.4 in that folder. All right, so we're going to create this right here. Now I'm going to use a subtractive method, so I got to think about making a block that's this big with all this filled in. So let's look at our dimensions here. We're going to make a block that is 3.5 by 2.5 on the top, and then 3 inches tall. So let's go to our top measurement. We're going to create a sketch. We're going to left click on our top plane, and then we're going to let's go center point rectangle. So let's go here and hit center rectangle. So I can drag it out from here and it'll stay on the origin. So I need my my width as I look at it here to be 3.5, and then I'm going to hit tab, and then my height as I look at it, this is actually the depth of it because I'm on the top view, as 2.5. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to finish my sketch. All right, so I'm going to hit shift mouse button to orbit a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and extrude this. I need to extrude this, make it 3 inches high. So hit extrude, click on this, and you can actually go straight to here, hit 3, boom. And then I have my basic box here. All right, now I'm going to have to carve these pieces out. So I'm going to use a negative extrude to carve them out. I think it's easier to do the subtractive method here. Sometimes it's easier to do additive. Here it's subtractive. So I'm going to cut out this piece right here, and then I'll cut out this piece, and then I'll cut out our hole, and then I'll dimension it. We'll be done. So this first box right here, let's go to the top view. That's the easiest way to look at it, I think. We need a rectangle that's 2 by 2.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a sketch. I'm going to pick this top plane and pick 2-point rectangle. And I'm going to start dragging it out and just release my mouse button. Now I need my left to right to be 2.5. And then my top to bottom, which is actually the depth because I'm on top view, to be 2. All right, so hit enter, finish sketch. I have my square there. Shift mouse button. I'm going to orbit it a little bit, and I'm going to negatively extrude this into this box. So I'm going to hit extrude, click on this, and let's start dragging it down. I'm going to hit negative, and then if I look on my answer key over to the left, I need to go down. It looks like 1/2 inch. It's kind of hard to tell. This whole thing's 3. This one's 1.5. This one's 1, so this one's got to be 1/2. So this first layer I need to cut out is going to be 1/2 inch. So I have negative 0.5. Enter. I just carved out a piece, that first ledge. Now I need to carve out this next cube right here and leave this little part right here. So let's go back to the top. Let's figure our dimensions. We need that next square to be 1.5 by 2. So we'll hit sketch. We're going to pick this plane. We'll go to 2-point rectangle, click on this corner, and what did we say? We said 1.5 by 2. So my bottom number, I'll hit 2. I'll hit tab, and then I'm going to hit 1.5, and I'll have my rectangle. I'm going to finish sketch. All right. And then shift mouse button. I'm going to rotate it so I can see it, the front, so I can dig down and subtract away this shape. So to go down, it looks like it's about 1 inch down. So this is where a ½ inch is going to be about 1. All right, so let's go ahead and hit extrude. Click on that plane. We're going to drag it down and hit -1 and hit enter. And we just carved that out. So now we have these 2 layers right here. And now we need to make our hole. Let's go back to the top. 1 second. All right, let's put this hole in there. So you can do the whole feature, but I really think I'm finding out it's easier just to sketch, create a sketch. We'll pick this plane, and then we're going to draw our hole, center point diameter. Now the thing is, we need to get this in a certain space over here. And so if you look at it as 0.75, 0.75, this is 1, this is 1, so it is right in the middle of this square. So we need to find this midsection here and this midsection here. And Fusion 360 does a pretty good job of that. So I need to create my hole in here. If I kind of go over here, right there, see that triangle? That's the midpoint. And it's going to give me a little construction line. All right. And then I can pick the midpoint up here, another construction line. And look, I just found the midpoint for that section. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing my circle, center point circle. And it looks like the diameter is 1. So I'm just going to punch in 1, hit enter, finish sketch. All right, so now I have my circle right there. Now we're going to negatively extrude this, and it goes all the way through. So let's go ahead and hit extrude, pick on the circle. We're going to drag it down, and then over here, just to make sure I don't come down and leave a little extra piece down here, because it can do that, and it probably will. I'm going to just put through, and it'll put it right at the bottom. Let's see that real quick. Boom. So it's 1.5 inches, and that would be the 1.5 right here. So that through over here is going to be really important. So look, we just cut our hole out. There we go. All right. So now we have our shape. Let's go ahead and start dimensioning it, and we're going to make it look like this over here on the left. So we'll go to, we save that. And then let's go over here to design. And it's popping up on my other screen. Let's try it again. Design. For some reason, it keeps popping up on my other screen. Let's try it one more time. Design. All right, so I'm going to go down to drawing. It's on my other screen for some reason. So pick drawing under design and pick from design. And then I have this create drawing right here. I'm going to use my template. I have not been able to get you your template yet, so you can use whatever is up there. We'll create a template later on. So I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to wait. A new drawing is going to pop up. And right here we go. I'm going to place the base view right here. I want mine to be a little bigger, so I'm going to put 1.1, 1 to 1. Oh, that might be too small. How about 1 to 1.5? There we go. That'll probably work. All right, so hit OK. And then now I need to come up here on Fusion 360 and hit my projected views. So I'm going to go ahead and select my parent, go up to the top. Here is my top view. Here is my orthographic view. Let's put that in the corner. And then here is my right view. Well, I'm going to right click and hit cancel, get rid of that. Now here we shouldn't see all these hidden lines in here. So let's go ahead and right click on it and edit that view. Orthographic projection is not supposed to show hidden lines. Industry standard. Now how am I going to do this? There we go. So I right click on there. I'm going to edit view, drawing view, and let's go to shaded. All right, close that. We're getting there. Let's go and save right now. We're going to save as 1.2.4 drawing. I like that. Pretty intuitive. We're going to reduce the size of this. And now we need to put all these dimensions in here. So we're going to be looking at geometry and dimensions. All right. So let's go ahead and do this view right here. If you look in the answer key, they left off this view because you're not going to put any of these measurements on there. You basically measured everything on here, and so this view is not needed for the structure, but we'll keep it there anyway. So that view is not needed. That's why it's not there. All right, so let's dimension our parent view. These are all its offspring here. Clean this up a little bit. Whoa, what happened? There you go. Get it back to where we were. All right, so let's dimension this. So we're going to come up here to dimensions. We're going to click on this. And then pretty much you're just clicking on the lines. So we'll go here, down to here. Click, left click, bring it out. We have our 3. Boom. Left click again. We go back to dimension. Actually, we're in dimensions. Let's select a point. Let's go, how about here to here? 0.5. That seemed to be missing in there. Go here to here. All left clicks. There's 1. And then here to here is 1.5. Here we go. We have our dimensions. Pretty easy. Now let's go ahead and dimension the top. Here to here is 1.5, so, or 2.5, sorry. So I made this structure based on this, and that's how you communicate details. So let's go ahead and get the next one. Here to here, 2, and then here to here, 1.5, then here to here. That's tough. I guess that, okay, it did scoot it out for me. That's good. All right, so I have all these dimensions right here. Now let's get all these dimensions. Let's start with the biggest first. I think it's easier to do the biggest dimension. So let's go here to here. So I knew that's 3.5 because of this. And then let's go, looks like they took this big chunk right here. So we'll just copy what they did. That's 2. From here to here is 1/2. Now we got to get that 1 in here. From here to here. Let's see. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. Click off dimensions. Okay. So now I need to put my center mark on this hole. All right. And actually, if I'm doing this correctly, maybe get rid of this right now. Get off dimension. Let's click on this. Hit delete, maybe. All right. There we go. Now hit delete. Got rid of that. We'll get back to that. We'll redo that. We need to make our center marks here. So let's find this, and let's find the center of this object. And I just clicked on the outer edge, so right there's my center. So now I have these marks. That's going to help me with the dimensioning of these right here. So I have my center mark. We're good. And then let's put in dimensions right here. Go from here to here. There we go, 0.75. And then let's go here to here. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of room. Okay, it did make room for me. Let's move this up a little bit. Let's see if all of it move? Maybe not. Okay, those are okay. Could be a little. Okay, there we go. Moved it down a little bit. All right, so now we need to put our diameter of the hole. All right, it took me a second to figure this out. It's actually really easy. So we're going to find the diameter of this hole. And then so we're just going to go to dimensions and look. Radius and diameters. Click on diameter. And let's select this edge. And it already tells me it's 1. And we're just going to drag this up here and drop it off. There we go. So we're almost done. I see one other thing. Can you find what we have not done yet? It has something to do with the hole. So, hey, look at our parent view. What are we missing here? We're missing the center of the hole. So let's go ahead and do our center line. And it's been a while. So it looks like this edge, and then this second edge, and boom, it gives me my center mark. It calculates the center for me. So let's check this over real quick. It looks like we have everything dimensioned. That was pretty awesome. I'm proud of you and proud of me for being able to do that. So look, hey, we took a block and we subtracted out several shapes, did a negative extrude, made this shape right here. We turned it into a drawing and we identified all this stuff and all the dimensions. And if we wanted to, let's get out of this. Technically, we're not supposed to have this on there, so we can delete that because we had all the dimensions on these two. So it's extra information. So what we need to do is to create a screenshot of this or a file of this. So I'm going to go to snipping tool, and then this pops up, our flow chart, hit new, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight this, and I'm going to save this on my computer and upload it to Canvas. And that's it, guys. Thanks, and have a great day.